Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranj, and if you're new to this show, it's where I take my favorite sports handicappers, in this case from mixed martial arts, UFC particularly, and I post their what their picks of who they think is going to win on the board for y'all to see. Then you can come and determine up your own pick in your head, but by seeing what my favorite handicappers, what they're picking. Okay, you get it? If you don't get it, check out the prelim show I just made last night, and you'll get it quick. Okay, but anyway, in this episode, I am going to be doing the main card for UFC 252, taking place Saturday, August 15th. Okay, I did the fifth fight of the main card in the prelim video between, Ion, what's his name? They both got names that I can't say. Ion Kutalava and Magomed Ankalaev. Anyway, that match is on the prelim show, so be sure to check that out. So, without further ado, this is a pre-work video, so I'm going to be breezing through it kind of quickly. Okay, let's go. The first match I'm going to break down for you, I'm going to do a Capper comparison pick for you, is between John the Magician Dodson and Merab the Machine Dvalishvilli. John Dodson comes in with a professional fighting record of 22 wins, 11 losses. He's the underdog at plus 170. Okay, Dvalishvilli comes in with a professional record of 11 wins and only 4 losses. He's the favorite at minus 200. 3-round fight. I think it's going to go the distance or, over 2.5 rounds. You're looking at a minus 300. Okay, they obviously, the bookmakers think it's going to go the distance too. If it's going to stay within the distance or under 2.5 rounds, you're at a plus 240. Now the 2.5 rounds, if it's like right almost the end of a third round and someone gets knocked out, I think that's past the 2.5. I guess 2.5 would mean 2.5. So if it's, you could either say within the distance or, decision, or you can take the over-under at 2.5 rounds, okay? So here we go. This is where I do kind of like an introduction to the cappers that I'm using if you didn't know, okay? So this is in no particular order, all right? I had to add an additional capper because I ran this with my general 5 cappers and it came out Dos Santos Rozenstruik and Cormier Miocic was a tie. There's 3 cappers on each side. I don't like that because Fight Night picks, they split their decision and they're usually just one capper. But if they split the decision, like Craig and Matt decide they disagree, then they become 2 different cappers, and that was the case here and here, thus making me bring in a 6th capper, so there wasn't any ties on the board, on the side to pick. Okay, so taking John Dodson, we have MMA Guru. He's the British one. By popular demand, he's back. He did lose a spot on my board for a minute, because he's a cheeky dude. He wears his knit cap year round. I think he's either bald or got that like a ginger afro. One of those things going on. Anyways, he doesn't like his head, so he wears that knit cap every episode. I think it's gotta stink. But anyway, MMA Guru is saying John Dodson, he's gonna say KO for the Magician. Okay, and we have the King of Crackdowns. From now on, I'm just gonna write King of Crackdowns. I'm just gonna write K of C from here on out. And man, does this guy talk fast. He's taking John Dodson for TKO in round 2. I like the specifics, King of Crackdowns. I like the specifics. Okay, everybody else on my list is taking Merab Dvalishvilli, the machine. Okay, so first we have fight night picks. Those are Matt and Craig. From now on, I'm just going to put FNP for fight night picks. Both Matt and Craig said Dvalishvilli. MMA fortune teller. From now on, I'm just going to write Teller. He's unusual. My man, UFC gambling addicts. From now on, I'm going to write him as UGA. Okay, what? He said by decision. Ooh, Teller said by decision too, and he never says that crap. He never says how, but the Teller said by decision, and UGA said by decision. Finally, the American Guru, MMA prediction guru, from what I've seen on the internet, Pred Guru was first, and the British one bit his name, copied him. But that's according to Mr. Arkansas, who never has his picks up in time for me to use. But anyway, and if you did, I'd have to use them on the prelim show because I have my main card cappers set. I can't fit everybody. I know there's other people that I'd like to fit. It's either your picks weren't ready in time, or it's just easier going to guys that have the breakdowns with the timestamps rather than jumping around from video to video to video and hoping you have all 4 fights. And like, for example, I was going to use MMA community, the community MMA, but he's got like 4 videos for Cormier Miocic. No, he's only got 2. There was one of these fights he didn't have. I was going to use him. I had like 3 of his picks, and then he didn't have, I think, the Dos Santos Rozenstruik, maybe. One of these fights he didn't have, so I'm like, well, that messes everything up, so I can't do it. So if you're going to break down the main card, do every fight in the card, and it's just so much easier if you do it on one. Like, who was it, King of Crackdowns? He says main card picks. Puts all 5 picks on the same video with timestamps, so I can just write to the video, But anyway, so don't be offended if I didn't use your picks, on the prelim or the main card. I still watch your stuff, but I mean, I go with what's easier for me, okay? So here's my cappers that I'm using for this show. We have Fight Night Picks, Craig and Matt. MMA Fortune Teller, UFC Gambling Addicts, his name's Leighton. MMA Prediction Guru, he's the American one. MMA Guru, the British one, and King of Crackdowns, he's also an American. He's a very fast talker. I've already pre-picked these fights because I made what I did for what I've been doing for UFC, so I don't take all favorites because that's how sometimes it falls like that. Just take off. So anyway, I make 2 lineups, 6 fighter lineups for DraftKings, and therefore, and I keep it in price because every fighter in DraftKings has a price, and you have to fit 6 fighters with I think $50,000 salary or something. I don't know, something like that, and each fighter is anywhere between $9,600 to, I don't know, $7,000, something like that. But anyway, you have to do a little bit of math, and forces you to not take all the favorites, because the favorites will be upper echelon. They'll all be like 9,000, whatever, 8,500 or whatever. Then you get the underdogs will be down at the 7,300, 7,400. that price range. So in order to make lineups without picking both sides of the fight, I had to make 2 lineups so I could get all the people in there and fit in, like for example, the prelims. I took Felice, what's her name? The other one, Felice Herrig. Now she's a monumental underdog. All the capper consensus is taking the other girl, Jenna Taroba, or whatever her name is. But DraftKings forced me to take an underdog, and I took Felice Herrig. If she wins, fantastic for me. If she doesn't, big deal. It's just gambling, right? It's a hobby. So anyway, in this fight, I'm taking Dvalishvilli, the machine, from everybody. However, oh, look, I was going to put money line again. However, I will say, King of Crackdowns, you almost have me swayed. You and British MMA Guru. See, the thing is, I might not care for MMA Guru, his personality, but he knows what he's talking about, and he's very adamant and stands behind everything he says. But when he doesn't, when he loses, he also is a big crybaby, and he calls cheating, or, you know, like the last Olenek fight, you know, last week or whatever. He's like, oh, those were illegal punches to the head. Why? Because he picked the other side. Now, if he picked the winning side, of course, everything would have been smooth sailing. But anyway, not to get off topic. In this fight, I said I'm taking Dvalishvilli, and I think I'm also, with these guys, decision. I'm also going to say Dvalishvilli decision. Okay? So, moving on. Next, we have Jds Junior Dos Santos. Oh, by the way, this is a bantamweight fight right here. So, we have the heavyweights. And Junior Dos Santos versus Jarzino Rozenstruik. Okay, Dos Santos, he's a veteran. You guys, if you follow UFC at all, you know who JDS is. You've seen him. He's got a professional record of 21 wins, 7 losses. He's the underdog here at plus 120. Now, these odds are from Bet Online, and they're from day before yesterday, I think. Whatever. I had to get them for the prelim fight, so whatever. So they could have changed, but these were the, like, kind of like, you could say, the morning line odds. If you're a horse bettor, you know what I mean. These were the odds before a lot of movement in betting. And of course, come Saturday before the event, they should be similar, but because of the betting, they will be swayed a little bit one way or another, depending on, like, if everybody's throwing their money on Dos Santos, of course, it's going to drop down to a minus. If nobody's throwing their money on Rosenstrok, that minus 140 should climb up. You see, that's how it works with betting. After the odds, the original odds are out, which I call the morning line odds from horse racing. After that, the bets placed on the fighters determine which way their odds go up or down, depending on who's getting the more money in betting. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we have Junior Dos Santos versus Jarzino Rozenstruik. Rozenstruik has a record of his professional fighting record of 10 wins and only 1 loss. I think that was to Francis Ngannou. He comes in as a favorite at minus 140. Now the total is 1.5 rounds. That's, you know, halfway through the 3-round time limit. If you think it's going to go over halfway, you're going to pay a little juice at minus 120. If you think it's going under, you pay a little less juice at minus 110. So that means the bookmakers, before any betting, are thinking this is going to stay under a round and a half, meaning someone's going to get knocked out or submitted. Okay, let's go. This is where they had a breakup, or they had a split decision. So fight night picks, Craig took Dos Santos, but fight night picks, Matt took Rosenstrok. Okay, that caused me to bring in the fifth. Who was the fifth? You'll never know. But the fifth guy I brought in, and anyway, also taking Junior Dos Santos is UFC gambling addicts, UGA Leighton. He's saying by decision. Okay, and finally the British guru, MMA guru, is also taking Dos Santos, but he's saying by KO. Ballsy. I like that he's ballsy like that. He's like, the comments, you might not agree with my picks. Go ahead, bring it on in the comments, bring it on. I like his attitude. Good on him. Just change your hat. Okay, Rozenstruik. Like I said, Fight Night Picks Matt is taking him. Teller. Fortune Teller's taking him by KO. He did not say which round. Prediction Guru, the American Guru, is saying Rosenstrok KO. And finally, the King of Crackdowns is saying TKO in the second. I like the specifics. King of Crackdowns, I like the specifics. TKO in the second round. So there you have that. By the way, all these cappers, their links to their videos, to their channels, and to where I got this information will be in my description. So go ahead and check all these people out. Listen to what they have to say. They know what they're talking about. Okay? My pick here is going to be with Rosenstrok. I'm going with the capper majority pick here, the tiebreaker. I think it's going to be KO also. So I don't know which round, but I'm going to say either TKO/KO or stoppage for Rozenstruik. Dos Santos, he's past his prime. Everybody knows that. His heyday's gone. Rozenstruik's on the other end. He's starting to emerge. He's a beast already. He's just only going to get better. So there you have that. Next, we have Shawn O'Malley. He happens to be my one of my best friend's favorite fighters. Who's your favorite fighter, Ranj? Oh, I'm glad you asked. My favorite fighter is pound for pound right now, fighting still, is Petr Yan, but he's not fighting in this, so we're not going to talk about him. Okay, Shawn O'Malley has a professional record of 12-0. He is a heavy favorite at -290. I am not going to pay that type of juice. So if I'm picking O'Malley, I have to pick how. Okay, he's taking on Marlon Vera, coming in with a record of 15 wins, 6 losses. He's an underdog at +250. Let's write these ages down on these guys. O'Malley's 25, it doesn't really matter. Vera's 27, so age doesn't play a factor in this fight. Okay, so taking Shawn, we have both boys from Fight Night Picks. Okay, Teller. Then we have UFC gambling addicts Leighton. He's saying Shawn O'Malley by decision. And then we have the British Guru. And finally, King of Crackdowns is saying by decision. So that's 5. So that is a full. It's not full capper consensus because MMA Prediction Guru is taking. Look at that! You get so much space if you're the only person taking that side too. MMA Prediction Guru is taking Marlon Vera by TKO or submission. And this is his underdog of the week pick. MMA Prediction Guru does the parlay of the week pick, which is awesome. They were both happened to be, I forgot who it was, but they were both prelim fights. And he does a underdog of the week pick, which happens to be Marlon Vera for Prediction Guru. God bless you. I like his breakdown. All these guys, all of them, I like their breakdowns. They all know what they're talking about. So you can't, take it all for, check out their videos and make your own decision on whether you like these guys or not. Okay, you can go with their flow. Prediction Guru, I know he practices jiu-jitsu. I want to say he's a purple or a brown belt or something. Same with Teller. Teller, he's a jiu-jitsu guy too. I don't know what belt. He was in like a grappling tournament in his intro where he tapped some dude. But anyway, these guys all know what they're talking about. So, but I gotta go with the Capper majority. I'm taking Sugar Sean. That I made that decision before any of this. Like, he's not my favorite fighter, but he is my best friend's favorite fighter. Tate, here's a shout out for you. Tate is all over Sugar Sean, thinking he's the best pound for pound fighting right now. I think Petrian wipe him up. But anyway, how am I gonna take? I'm gonna take Sugar Sean by decision because Marlon Vera, even not only from Prediction Group, but from a lot of these other dudes, Marlon Vera is a tough mofo, strong chin. He's not going to get submitted or TKO'd, according to like this guy, Leighton, I think, said it too. I think Guru might. A lot of these guys taking Shawn O'Malley, they said he's not going to be able to finish. Marlon Vera is just too tough. So I'm going to take Sugar Sean by decision. And finally, we got the main event. This is Danielle Cormier versus Stipe Miocic 3. Cormier won the first one, then Stipe won the second one. Then that was like, there's different views on it. A lot of people are saying Cormier was winning all the way till the end, and then the body kicks got to him, so Stipe. And now they're saying, oh, Cormier's corrected. He's corrected his style. He knows to defend against the body kicks. Where other people are saying, oh no, Stipe, now that he knows the weaknesses and he knows his keys, his path to victory with the body, with the hurting the body and stuff. He's gonna go at that earlier rather than waiting till the third round or whatever. He's gonna start doing that, earlier. Therefore, but I don't know. We'll see this was a close one. We'll see I had to bring in the sixth capper for this because this is that close. It's a complete coin flip. Even the odds are even at -110. This is the total. If there's any coin flip, this is it. This is for the greatest of all time heavyweight, So let's get into it. Let's see what these guys, not to take from Fight Night picks, let's get into it. I'm not stealing that. I'm just saying let's get into this fight, okay? Okay, Danielle Cormier. This is his last fight, win or lose. He's 41 years old. He's already has proven his legacy in UFC. You gotta take that. I mean, he's already shown how great he is. He doesn't have anything to prove. Neither does Stipe Miocic at 37 years old. Both these guys a lot of people already see them as the greatest of all time. I guess this will concrete that position for both of these guys. I think Stipe is not. He's going to continue fighting after this, I would imagine, and maintain his belt. Cormier, though, win or lose, he's out of the fight game. Okay. So coming in with a professional record of 22 wins, only 2 losses, 1 no contest, is Danielle Cormier. You know, big guy, big black guy, 2 belts. You know. Anyway, Fight Night picks Craig is taking Cormier. Therefore, y'all know Fight Night picks Matt is taking Stipe. Okay, and I will be honest with you, Fight Night picks is usually the first handicapper I watch when I'm building this show. That's why, because there's 2 of them. That's why I watch them first. In case they decide to split like they did here and here, that'll let me know I'm going to have to bring in another handicapper if it's a tie. If it's split and it's not a tie, like say Matt's the only person taking Stipe and everybody else is taking Cormier, I wouldn't have to bring in that 6th guy. But because this was a tie, I brought in the 6th dude. Okay, UFC gambling addict Layton is taking Cormier. The American prediction guru, MMA prediction guru, the American Guru is taking Cormier. And King of Crackdowns is taking Cormier with a 3rd round submission. Submission in the 3rd round. Love specifics. That's why King of Crackdowns, look, all of them. Decision. TKO round 2. Where is he over here? TKO round 2. Decision. Submission round 3. I love that. God bless you, King of Crackdowns. You talk so freaking fast. I can't. Sometimes I have to flick back just to, because you talk. Man, your brain works faster than your mouth or something. Because it's just, you talk like that guy used to sell micro machines, kind of. Not really, but you know what? You talk a little fast. That's okay. It's all good. I can still get you. Okay, taking Stipe. We got Fight Night picks Matt. We got the fortune teller. Teller. I can't stop saying that. That's his intro. It's like he's got like some groovy hip hop music, and right before he comes on, and his intro of his video has this girl voice going, the teller, and it just stuck in my head. But anyway, fortune teller's taking Stipe, and the British guru, Nick Cap guy, he's taking Stipe. TKO in the 3rd. God bless you. I like the guru. I like the British guru. So 2 guys are saying it's going to end in the 3rd round. One by TKO, another guy by sub, and both taking different people. So if you want to call the round start, yeah, that's a bet on its own. You can just say it'll last till won't go past the 3rd round. That's a bet. You can bet that. And you don't even have to pick a winner. You can just say 3rd round. But anyway, for this, I am taking Stipe Miocic. I think he wants it more. Like I said, Danielle Cormier. He's got nothing to prove. He's already shown that he can carry 2 belts at the same time, and he's a beast. He's awesome. He doesn't have. Stipe, he's still not done. He's not done with the fight game. So, of course, he wants to... Both these guys want to. It's like nobody comes to, oh, I don't really want this win. They all want the win. Otherwise, they wouldn't be fighting. But, so that's a ridiculous thing. Ridiculous. Oh, they want it. He wants it more. They both want it a lot. If you're in a fight with another guy, you both want to win. Unless you're laying down for, it's a fixed fight, or you're laying down for someone's got your girlfriend kidnapped and said, I'm going to punch her in the face if you don't take this dive. Something stupid like you see in the movies when somebody's, forced to fake a fight or forced to take a fall for gambling, fixing, and mafia shit. None of that happens in the UFC. Well, it may, not that I know of though. If people are throwing fights in the UFC, they're very good at it, or they're just, it's not that hard to throw a fight because the other guy wants it bad too, wants to win. So all you gotta do is miss a punch and get caught by a choke or something. But anyway, let's pretend that never happens in the UFC. Dana White makes sure there's no fight fixing in the UFC. I got Stipe. I think it's not gonna go the distance, so I'm just gonna say within distance. I don't know if he's gonna knock him out or what, but I think either submission or I don't know. I'm saying Stipe within the distance. So there you have it. So to recap, time check. I've got the machine, Merab Dvalishvilli, taking out John the Magician Dodson by decision. Then I have Jarzino Rozenstruik knocking out Junior Dos Santos. I didn't pick the round, but it's gonna happen before the third, obviously. So I don't know. I think it's gonna go past the first round, so I'm not taking like the over under on that. But I am gonna take Rozenstruk by win, KO, TKO, fighters or stoppage, and move. Then I got with everybody else except for Prediction Guru. God bless you. I've got Shawn O'Malley beating Marlon Vera by decision. This is going to be a good fight, man. This whole card is great. All these, even the Ion Kotlava fight, all the main card fights are fantastic. Prelims, I'm looking forward to prelims too. Prelims aren't as fantastic as the main card, but that's why they're prelims. And finally, for the main event, I'm taking Stipe Miocic within the distance to beat Danielle Cormier. Both great people, from what I understand. You know, Miocic's a firefighter. Cormier, he's a family man, coaches wrestling and all that good stuff. But you know what? It doesn't matter how good of a person you are when you get into that, 25. The size of the octagon went from 30 feet to 25 feet. That is a key thing that not everybody, but like Fight Night picks, they mentioned that's a key factor. Some other people too mentioned about the ring size shrinking to be a benefit or a takeaway from fighters. Like some people say the smaller ring is going to benefit Cormier. I mean, whatever. Anyway, there you have it. Gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Be sure if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. I got to get to 1,000. I got to get to 1,000. That's why I'm grinding these out every single day. I do videos. I could give a shit about the bell. I guess it helps my algorithms if you hit the bell. Whatever. Doesn't bother me if you hit it or not. Just what you can do, leave that thumbs up. I know you can only subscribe one time, but you know what? You can leave the thumbs up every time you see one of my videos, and that helps my algorithm too. So go ahead and leave that thumbs up. Comment. Oh, go ahead and comment. Let's fill up those comments. The comments are why I do a lot of this stuff. I noticed UGA commented on the prelim fights. I'm glad you're watching. And I would have used you last week, buddy, but you didn't have your picks out in time. So be it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Good luck on these bets, and I will see you next episode.